Okay, so what we're going to do today is a little bit of a fringe trim for a lot of people that have been stuck inside with the COVID-19 lockdown. So we'll just do a really nice soft framing of the eyebrow into the cheekbone, and it's very, very simple. So what we're going to do first of all is find where the roundness of the forehead begins, and you can very easily achieve that by resting the spine of your comb on top of the head. What this will do is reveal where the curvature of the forehead begins. When you establish that, which is usually a couple of inches just in from the front hairline, you can then take out, off a natural parting, a triangular shape that just comes in to your hairline, like so, which finishes about there. So you have a recession area that comes back here, and then you have another recession area there, and you even have another recession area just in front of the ear. So what we're going to do is just keep everything very simple, and then what we'll do is just come through the centre and divide off the left side from the right. Okay, and then what we can do is come through and reveal the underneath. So we're taking a subsection there. We'll just pin that out of the way so it makes it easy for us to deal with. Okay, so we want this to sit just below the eyebrows, and of course the golden secret is to not remove too much at first, because we can go back and remove a little bit more. And just be careful with the amount of tension that you apply. Yeah, it's looking good. It just wants to skim the eyelashes. So we're going to keep it on the long side. Yeah, that's looking good. Just a little bit of checking. Yep, okay, so once you're satisfied that the length has been established, very simply take fine sections, bring that down onto your original guide, and then repeat. Okay, just a little bit of a check. That's cool. Lovely. So what we want to do is just replicate that on the second side. And just pin that out of the way. starting in the centre. Knuckles are sitting on the bridge of the nose. Points of my fingers are aiming down towards the top of the cheekbone. And then simply follow through. That's good. So we want to just check for the balance. So looking at the model square on and just refine the line. Just so that skims the eyelashes and sits on the top of the cheekbone. And then dropping our sections down. Okay, great. So we've got the rough shape in, and again, we just want to check for balance. Make sure that it's fitting the bone structure around the top of the cheekbone area. That's good. Cool. And there you have your fringe trim. Now, for some of you, if that's too heavy and you don't like to have such a bold line, you can very simply remove some of that weight just by elevating your section. Okay. And what we're going to do is just elevate everything up square, come through, and we're going to cut a layer into our fringe. Okay, so what this is going to do is remove the internal length and make it shorter. So as that falls, it falls shorter and therefore makes the fringe slightly lighter. Okay, so that's how you then pop your layer into the fringe. If that's still too heavy, what we can do is elevate the hair using our layer as a guide, using our length as a length to work to, and we can remove the corner that should be in between. And this will graduate the fringe and it'll make it bevel into the bone structure and remove even more weight if that's what you'd like to do. And what I'm going to do is just pivot my section around from the apex of the triangle. Okay. And you can just see there's a little corner there to come off. Cool. So, your basic fringe trim, where you first of all, you take out your triangular section through to the front hairline after establishing where the forehead begins. Okay, we do that off a natural parting. We then subdivide that into the center, and then we subdivide again and we ascertain what length we're going to cut the fringe to, leaving it longer to begin with and then gently working back until we achieve the length that we want. Bring your sections down onto the first, establish the fringe both sides. If that's then too heavy, then we can layer the fringe to remove a little bit of weight. Still too heavy and you also want that to bevel in, then we can come through vertically and we can remove a little bit more weight, and this will put a bit of graduation into the fringe and give it a nice rounded cloche effect. So hopefully I've given you food for thought and a little something to practice with over the coming weeks. Okay? Cool, thank you.